JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Alleged Mountain View Don gunned down on Windward Road. An alleged Don was killed in a brazen afternoon shooting on Windward Road on Tuesday. It is understood that the deceased, identified thus far by his alias Dangles, hailed from Mountain View. It was reportedly gunned down in an attack carried out by armed motorcyclists. According to eyewitnesses, two men drove up alongside the vehicle the now deceased was traveling in and opened fire. It was hit multiple times. The vehicle then crashed into an embankment in the area. We'll keep you updated with this news item as soon as more information is received. 60-year-old man dies from gunshot wound to the head in Fraser's Content. A 60-year-old man has become the latest victim of gun violence in the crime-prone Fraser's Content community of St. Catherine. He has been identified as Michael Stedman, unemployed, of Fraser's Boulevard, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. It is reported that about 6 p.m. Monday, explosions were heard in the community and residents summoned the police. On their arrival, Stedman was observed on the side of the road with what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the head. He was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. Stedman's death followed that of Sheldon Reed, who was shot and killed in the community on Sunday. The Spanish Town Criminal Investigations Branch is probing the matter. The police are also reporting that a 12-gauge shotgun loaded with 3 cartridges was seized in the community on Monday. Reports are that about 5 p.m., the police conducted an intelligence-driven operation in the community. During the operation, a group of men was spotted on a dirt track in the vicinity of Meadowrest Memorial Gardens. The men fled, but reportedly dropped a white knitted bag, which was retrieved by the police. The bag was searched and found to contain the gun and ammunition. Police probing fatal shooting of Devil in Clarendon. The Clarendon police are probing the killing of a man known only as Devil, whose body was found with gunshot wounds on Sunday. The Exeter police say about 9 p.m., residents of Racecourse stumbled upon the body of a man near the square. The police were summoned, and upon arrival, the body was seen with what appeared to be gunshot wounds. Tufton orders probe into woman's death at Falmouth Hospital. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says he has ordered a high-level probe into the death of a woman who was admitted to the Falmouth Hospital in Trelawney. The probe follows complaints on social media from family members who have alleged negligence on the part of the hospital. In a media release on Monday evening, Tufton said the investigation will be conducted through the Office of the Chief Medical Officer in conjunction with the Western Regional Health Authority.
Having learned of this incident this morning and made a few calls to get a sort of preliminary feedback, I have instructed the Office of the Chief Medical Officer under her supervision to work with the Regional Health Authority, Western Region, and the management of the Falmouth Hospital to dispatch a team from Kingston to support the report that will be necessary, which hopefully will involve statements both from the victims, from the family, as well as from the medical team and the management staff. And so I'm hoping that there will be a speedy conclusion as to what exactly happened. In the meantime, I've asked for counseling to be provided to the family members. These are always very unfortunate, especially when you lose a loved one. It creates a lot of pain and suffering. And it is important that the system responds to provide absolute transparency on what may have happened and to draw the appropriate conclusions based on the evidence, based on the information. And I've asked that the Chief Medical Officer, I've elevated to the Chief Medical Officer because I believe it is sufficiently important based on what I've heard preliminarily. But I think we should await the investigation before drawing any conclusion. Thank you.
I was spared to tell the truth, says daughter of Keith Clark. My life was spared to tell the truth. That's rebuttal from Brittany Clark, the daughter of slain chartered accountant Keith Clark, to a suggestion that she has not been a truthful witness. King's Counsel Peter Champagny made the suggestion during cross-examination on Monday. Brittany Clark is the second witness in the ongoing trial of 3 soldiers accused of killing her father during a police military operation in May 2010. The soldiers, Corporal Odell Buckley, Lance Corporal Greg Tingling, and the Private Arnold Henry, are jointly charged with murder. Brittany had previously described the incident in which her father was killed as a night of horror. She told the court that in the moment she accepted that she would die. She testified that she saw the soldier shot her father in his back 21 times at their Upper Kirkland Heights home. But King's counsel, Peter Champagny, who represents Corporal Odell Buckley, suggested that she could not have seen when her father was shot because she was still locked in the bathroom. To this, Brittany answered, "I was in the bedroom, sir, and I witnessed everything." Casey Champagny further suggested that she has not been a truthful witness. In response, Brittany said, "I'm telling the whole truth. God spared my life for me to be here today to tell the truth, and I'm here speaking the truth." Brittany also disagreed with the suggestion that her father was not shot in the back. She also testified that she didn't know of any gunmen firing on the security forces outside her house. Meanwhile, attorney representing Private Arnold Henry, Linton Gordon, picked up on the suggestion that Brittany didn't see when her father was shot. This time around, Brittany answered, "I certainly did, sir. Unfortunately, I was made to witness it. You weren't there, so you can't tell me. I was there." Linton went further to say the clerk, with a Zyson firearm, climbed atop the closet in the bedroom and hid in the cupboard with the aim of ambushing the soldiers when they entered. To this, Brittany replied, "Not knowing who was in her house? Yes." Linton continued, "From his ambush position, he pointed his gun at the soldiers." Brittany cut him off, saying, "No, sir, my father's not an idiot. He wouldn't have done that. He didn't ignore what the neighbors said, that there were police and soldiers outside. We took that into account, but the house was still being attacked. We still didn't know who was attacking the house and was inside the house. That information could not have been confirmed by the neighbor." Clark was killed at his Kirkland Heights home during a police military operation to apprehend drug lord Christopher Dodo Skoke. Policeman accused of shooting civilian freed. A policeman was freed on Monday in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court of wounding a civilian during a shooting incident in February 2021. 35-year-old Constable Kemar Hutchinson was freed after the judge upheld a no-case submission by his lawyers that the prosecution did not prove its case against him. Hutchinson was charged with unlawful wounding and making a false declaration contrary to Section 33 of the Independent Commission of Investigations Act. The charges stem from an incident on February 28, 2021 in the vicinity of Love Lane and Charles Street in downtown Kingston. A civilian was shot in the abdomen, but Hutchinson reported that he acted in self-defense. After the Crown closed its case, King's counsel Peter Champagny and attorney at law Samuel Campbell argued that Hutchinson should be freed based on the evidence presented in court. The prosecution relied on closed-circuit TV footage capturing part of the altercation as evidence against Hutchinson. However, the defense lawyers, during the no-case submission, argued that critical aspects of the incident were not fully captured in the video presented in court. They say Hutchinson acted in self-defense, and the prosecution could not refute that. They asked the judge to uphold their submissions and that Hutchinson made no false statement to Indicom. During the submissions, the lawyers referred to the fact that there was evidence that the complainant, Chad Stewart, was charged with illegal possession of firearm and assault after a gun was recovered from him during the incident. It was also pointed out that at the time of the incident, there was a warrant out for Stewart's arrest. There were reports that on the day of the incident, Constable Hutchinson was traveling with another policeman in a vehicle when he saw Stewart walking and acting suspiciously. Stewart reportedly attempted to flee and continuously disobeyed Hutchinson's commands to stop. Hutchinson, in his statement to Indicom, had said that Stewart pulled a gun from his waist and pointed it in his direction, prompting him to fire in self-defense. It's not a five-star suite. Patrick Crawford, the Dutch national, who reportedly tried to smuggle $28.3 million worth of cocaine through Montego Bay's Sangster International Airport on May 9, seems to have got a rude awakening in the Jamaican jailhouse where he's been held in police custody. Crawford, who is charged with possession of, dealing in, and attempting to export 13.5 pounds of cocaine, complained about the conditions in jail. However, presiding parish judge Keisha Grant Price issued a stern admonition to Crawford when he voiced his frustration at Monday's sitting of the St. James Parish Court. The exchange happened while Crawford's lawyer Henry McCurdy was seeking to secure medical attention for his client. He is suffering from a toothache and other ailments. I asked that he be taken to the doctor, McCurdy said in speaking on Crawford's behalf. They treat us like the lady says she doesn't care, Crawford said abruptly in a thick accent, referencing the officer in charge of the cells where he's currently being held. They don't want to clean the cell. I have to sit down in there, he added in a frustrated tone, complaining that his attempts to ask the police to take him to the doctor had fallen on deaf ears. Sir, I don't know what jails are like where you're from, but jailhouses here are not the Marriott or the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. They guarantee the basics and a meal. It's not a 5-star suite. We can't guarantee that kind of thing, but we do as much as we can under the circumstances, Grant Price replied, while ordering that Crawford be taken for medical treatment. In the meantime, during Monday's court sitting, it was revealed that while the prosecution had made partial disclosure of its case file to McCurdy, the forensic certificate was still outstanding. Grant Price subsequently set the matter for mention on June 24 and remanded Crawford until that date. According to the allegations, on May 5, about 5 p.m., Crawford attempted to board a flight to Brussels, Belgium, at the Sangster International Airport. While checking in to board the flight, Crawford was approached and spoken to by narcotics personnel, following which his luggage was searched. The cocaine was then reportedly found in false compartments inside his luggage, and Crawford was arrested for breaching the Dangerous Drugs Act. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.